What's up, guys? Cameron here on Camtech TV, and I apologize in advance about the wind. It's really windy here today. So today we're gonna have an exciting video. I know that I've hyped up this Pixel 2 versus iPhone 10 mashup, but the experience that I've had in the last week or so with both devices, today's video is going to be a slight different point of view. So today we are going to compare the reasons why I left the iPhone 10 and went to the Pixel 2 XL. Alright, so here we have them, the iPhone 10 on the left and the Pixel 2 XL on the right. The first thing that attracted me to the Pixel 2 XL was the screen size. Now the screen quality is a completely different story, but if you could see, let's unlock both of these here. And the screen quality on the iPhone 10 is much better than it is on the Pixel 2 XL. These are both at full brightness. And there goes the wind again. Gotta love California. Okay, so the iPhone 10 screen is obviously better than the one on the Pixel 2 XL. Pixel 2 XL is rocking a P-OLED display made by LG. And we've had some crazy issues with this display. Now let's move over to the Pixel 2 XL here. And it's not all that crisp. Let's go to Instagram. And I don't know if you could see this on the camera or not, but there's a crazy blue shift when there is a white background. You just turn it any sort of way and there's a freaking blue shift. That drives me insane. But the screen size is what makes the Pixel 2 XL my choice right here. So as we keep on going on with the comparison here, the Pixel 2 XL has the much larger screen with slightly smaller bezels, and that's one of the reasons why I switched to the Pixel 2 XL. So I'm a big phone kind of guy. I think we've all gotten used to big phones, using them two-handed, going way back to when the Note first started. I think we first got introduced to these new big generation of phones, and Apple went this route of skinny and tall, and to be honest, I'm not a fan of it. I like the slightly wider build because we're communicating with everyone every day. We're using keyboards, we're looking at media. That width that the Pixel 2 has is just amazing. And to give you an example, let's go to YouTube here. Unbox Therapy, you got to check him out. That's amazing. So let's go to search and look how wide that keyboard is. Now let's go to the iPhone 10. Don't even have YouTube on here. Cameron, what are you doing with your life? Okay. Now look at that keyboard. That keyboard is smaller than it is on the iPhone 8 Plus. Now you're going to have people that say, but the iPhone 8 Plus has a smaller display than the iPhone 10. Yes, theoretically it does. But diagonal to diagonal, this is a 5.8-inch OLED display where the iPhone 8 Plus is a 5.5. But see, you could barely reach up here. You can barely reach up there with one hand. So to me, the width is more important, and to get that great experience with the keyboard and communicating and using social media, I'll take the width on the Pixel 2 XL more than I will on the iPhone 10, even though it has a nearly bezel-less display and it's really tall. And I don't have big hands at all, but as you can see, I'm covering up almost the whole keyboard right here, trying to find keys. Okay, and that's because of the width. So I'm not a fan of this layout, of this skinny and tall layout. I wasn't a fan of the layout of the S8 Plus, even though it was a really beautiful tall display and it curved. It was too skinny for me. I would go over the Note 8 over the S8 Plus because it's slightly wider. So this keyboard I'm not a fan of it. Now this leads us to our next point. which is design. And a lot of people say that the iPhone 10 has, you know, the best design that Apple has ever made. It's so revolutionary. Okay, the bezel-less designs have started early 2017, and Apple had to wait until 2017 late to get this iPhone 10 out. And they were struggling to get this display out. So, Apple fanboys, calm down. So, design, even though it's a bezel-less display, I'm not a fan of this design either. This Cyclops looking thing here at the top, I'm not a fan of. Now, you get used to it. Now, going through apps and stuff like that, you even forget that it's there. I highly recommend a black background just because it hides the notch up here. But I'm not a fan of this notch thing. When you watch video, it's not a great experience at all. That notch creeps in and it's not a good experience. With the Pixel 2 XL, there is not a notch. And so when you watch video, it's a seamless experience. So let's look up Lou on Unbox Therapy, okay? And let's check out his latest video. After this beautiful ad. Oh, that's great. Okay, shop at PetSmart. Okay. Now, this isn't the greatest display. But let's go back here. As you can see right here, look at this. There's no notch. Nothing's cutting off anything. Okay, you get my point. And then you click the home button. There's no swiping up on this or any, you know, silly gestures, anything like that. Let's look up some YouTube on the iPhone 10. All right. So, let's look up Lou again. On the unbox. Now you'll see that this is brighter.
You know, the wireless networks might be crowded in here. You might get a lot of interference.
So look at that. It even has the crop right here to block the notch in. So for you people who think that you're getting a bigger display, you're actually getting a smaller display with the 8 Plus when it comes to media consumption. You have to crop it in order to not get the notch in the way. Not a fan. Another thing in regards to design, Face ID. I'm not a fan of it at all. It doesn't work very well with sunglasses. I much rather have the fingerprint scanner, which is on the back here of the Pixel 2 XL. Watch how quick this is. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Bam, I'm in. iPhone 10, there's some moving around, some adjustment there. That's not fun. That sucks. Okay. Fingerprint scanner, much rather on the back, right there. Boom, in. Apple Pay. Boom, in. None of this face adjustment type of thing. I'm not a fan of it. Again, going back to the notch, control center, all the way up here to the right. No one's getting up there. Before, it was swipe up for the bottom, but that is how you get home now. I'm not a fan of this. That's no fun, okay? That's where your battery percentage lays. I don't know about you, but I'm a numbers type of guy. Like, I want to know exactly what percentage my battery is on. I don't want to look at a picture and just guess. You're not getting that. Look at that. It goes away. You're not getting that. Wi-Fi calling. You don't even know you're on Wi-Fi calling. It shows up here to the left. You don't even know because of the damn notch, okay? So I'm not a fan of this design. Again, the camera, one camera looks better than two. If you're gonna have better performance with two cameras, I'll take the two cameras. But the one camera on the Pixel 2 XL, that just looks good. Look how clean that looks. That just looks great. This one, I mean, it's okay. I'm not a big fan of it, but if it's going to give me better performance, I'm down for it. But this has a better camera than the iPhone 10. And look at it, one lens. Now this brings us to our next point. The camera. The main sole reasons why I went to the Pixel 2 XL. I'll put some examples of the Pixel 2 XL camera in this video, but this has the best 12 megapixel camera on the market right now. And Google is doing something amazing with the software here. They're doing something incredible. With the iPhone 10, you need a telephoto secondary lens to get that portrait mode effect and that amazing video quality. And it does support 60 frames per second on the 4K video portion. There's a bus driving by. So it does support the 60 frames per second, which when the Pixel 2 XL came out, it didn't support that. But with the software update to Android 8.1, you have 60 frames per second on video. 60. That's completely nuts. So this camera has caught up to the one thing that Apple iPhone 10 had over the Pixel 2 XL. So I'm not all impressed with the iPhone 10 at all. And take it from me, the Apple fanboy of the world, of the people who know me oh so freaking well. I have switched back and forth between Apple and iPhone, and I chose iPhone every time until this year. So, you guys, Pixel 2 XL, amazing. Design, camera, screen size, it's incredible. I don't know if you can see here, but the always on display, look at that. I love the always on display. That's one of the small tweaks here that I love about the Google Pixel 2 XL. That's also on the Samsungs, is the always on display. I love seeing my notifications right here without opening up my phone. That's one of the greatest perks about the always on display. You don't have to open up your phone. You could just see like, hey, oh, I have a Twitter, or I have an Instagram, or I have a text message waiting for me. You could just look over and bam. With the iPhone, you have to unlock it, and then it shows new message, and it doesn't show the entire message on the lock screen until your Face ID links up, and it's not all that great. Another thing, I'll begin with the always on display, go into the notification system. With the notification system on the Android, just Android period, you can scroll down and see your notifications in order. Okay, it's in order right here. You could swipe, you could delete, you could do whatever. On the iPhone 10, look at this. Look at this notification system. Okay, first you have to unlock it. See, it's not even recognizing me right now. And then you pull down from the top, and you have notifications that are all scattered. If they could group it by social media or a bunch of messages from Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all like grouped together, that'd be great. But no, you have, let's say you have one message from Facebook, and then another Instagram came in, and then another Facebook came in. It's going to stagger like that. It's not going to all group them together. That notification system drives me freaking bananas. So the easiest way to check out notifications is to open up your phone and scroll to see if you have the number icons on your apps. So that's it. Just kidding, that's not it. So last thing here is the multitasking that the iPhone 10 provides. It is horrible. It is worse than the 8 Plus or any other model. So let's see why. So I'm gonna do the face unlock. Okay. As you can see, it already didn't recognize my face. So let's say, for example, let's go into wallet. Let's go into weather. Let's go into clock. Let's go into calendar. Let's go into camera. Now, before, you can just double tap the home button and swipe away. All your apps are gone. So now it's this slowly move up motion, and you have all of your apps here. I'm not a fan of this, okay, first of all. So to get rid of your apps and close them out, before people start saying, oh, well, they're not meant to be closed, stop it. Apps crash all the time, so just stop. So we're gonna go slowly up. Now you have to hold down an app to get the red icon, and then you can swipe up.
It looks like a dehydrated turd.
There is no clear all like there is on Android. Look at that. That's just too many steps. So that's the last thing that I am just not a fan of. But look at that gorgeous display. Look at the black. You can't even see the notch. But yeah. Alright guys, so that's it. That's my video. That's why I switched to the Pixel 2 XL. I hope you guys liked it. I hope it helped you make that purchasing decision. Whether you're on the fence of the iPhone 10 and the 8 Plus, if you just can't switch to an Android device, if you're locked in to that iMessage curse,
oh shit!
Go with the 8 Plus. Wait till next year till iPhone and Apple get this bigger bezel-less display going. This is too small for the normal person. If you got tiny hands, okay, you're gonna like it, but is it worth the extra $300 to $400 to get the iPhone 10? To me, personally, no. You might have a different point of view, but to me, no. So, if you're an Apple user and you just can't leave iMessage and other things that Apple provides, go ahead and get the iPhone 8 Plus. If you're looking to switch and you're not locked into iMessage, go ahead and go with the Pixel 2 XL. It's pure Android. There are no hiccups. It is smooth as butter. It's just as smooth as iOS. So if you're an Android user or you're on the fence of switching from Apple to Google, go with the Pixel 2 XL. You won't be disappointed. All right, guys, share, like, comment, do whatever you need to do to get your boy some exposure. I will see you guys in the next one.